It's Mark Ingram. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On the play. And it's third down.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Taking it in. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead.
Michael Badgley lining up for the extra point.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They saw their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. And we're That's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Well, he'll find Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They're able to widen their lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead.
Chargers 14. Ravens nothing.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was for.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. And brought brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. They'll run here with Ingram. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And again, it's Ingram. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal, Jackson. He's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Those are bad teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal?
Tied here in this first quarter. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. And right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Blockers are asked to do it a lot in college, so it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Interception. Here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Jackson's pass intended for Miles Boykin. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They started on the ground with Eckler. He's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ravens 7.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 45.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
That throw into the arms of Allen. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and he passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run here with Eckler. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
At the 20-yard line.
Throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Airing this one out for Evans. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Evans, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way, what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is, and the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson from the shotgun. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got it with the 15. We're all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
Ties the game at 21 apiece. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. Now this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't done before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try to get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
There's something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Chargers 28. Ravens 20.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they're ruling incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Again for Evans. This time he's got him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Airing this one out for Evans. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Charger drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely...
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk on the toss. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Jackson on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Evans once again the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for.
A 35-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Only gets 3 yards there.
Had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
How many times do we hear the 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the ground, it's Eckler. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
And going with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
And the Raven first down.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Chargers' 45-yard line.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram.
The give
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jackson. That is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Baltimore.
Mark Andrews with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Justin Tucker.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Good. Makes the score Ravens 31, Chargers 28. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen they can move the line of scrimmage.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
42-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. This is a counter play. Eckler. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Jackson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Once more, here's Eckler. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
At the 1-yard line.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st down in field goal range already. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Try to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Ravens.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. Deep down. This is caught inside the 15. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Again, they'll run with Ingram. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Jackson to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Complete.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Good catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. That catch good for only a couple.
At the 39-yard line.
And then it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. But now it'll be third down. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great. But they get a few more quality ones like that can finish things off for them.
And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert now to throw. And it's incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The ball carrier.
And they're able to stop it here on the spike with 3 seconds remaining. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here comes a very important kick now for Michael Badgley. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of coming downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he's out of bounds inside the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of the play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
Now this first drive in OT continues. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll run it with Jackson. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Eckler. 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped?
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So, for the Chargers, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gautin saying so long, everybody.